What's up, dudes? I'm the Dominicator. In this video I'm going to hypnotize and dominate you with whispers. So when you're ready for that, then just mute any distractions and continue when you're ready to get hypnotized. And so to begin, just listen to the sound of my voice as you look at the spiral in front of you. And then one that you just listen to the sound of my voice, and one that you can feel wonderful and tickling, tingling, prickling feeling just on the very surface of your skin. And a wonderful, warm, masculine, dominant tone and texture about the sound of my voice. And then something about the spiral that just draws you in. And the more that you look at it, the more that you can feel a pulling, drawing, mind-melting feeling from the sound of my voice. And the dripping and dropping each and every word is just like a drip and a drop of heaviness and of relaxation that drips and drops down onto the surface of your skin and the surface of your mind. There's something about that just feels so good. The more that you just listen to the sound of my voice, the more that you can feel that wonderful tickling, tingling, prickling, and relaxing feeling that just continues to take you down even more to an even more relaxed state with each and every word and each and every passing moment. There's something about it that just feels so good. As you feel more of it, and a mind-melting feeling, there's a mind-melting effect about it. The sound of my voice, the feeling each and every word, dripping, dropping down on top of the mind, just melting away, sweeping away the thoughts inside of your mind. And the more that happens, all the better than it feels. The more that you feel, even more of that wonderful, warm, and masculine tone and texture about the sound of my voice that just wraps around you like a blanket. And you don't have to think about anything at all. So the more that you just listen to the sound of my voice instantly, the more that you feel a dripping, dropping, and falling feeling. And that just feels so good, so much better than anything else. The more that you just drip and drop down, that you just go down to an even more relaxed, an even more passive, even more obedient state, then the better than it feels. The more that you feel even more of that heaviness on top of the surface of your mind and on top of your eyes. Something that would just feel so good. Just snap down into a wonderful sleep-like state at any moment. At any moment, then I'll snap my fingers and I'll say that word sleep. And when I do, then you'll just snap into that state, just like that. And it will just feel so good. A wonderful feeling of heaviness just collapsing on top of your eyes, on top of your mind. And just that moment, then sleep and just go down, drop down, sink down even more as you do. It feels even better. And then wonderful, warm, smooth tone and texture. The sound my voice has, and as you just drop down even more, it feels even better. And then wonderful, tickling, tingling, and prickling feeling on the surface of your skin and on the surface of your mind. Something about that wonderful, warm, masculine, dominant tone and texture about the sound of my voice that just feels so good. And then something about it that just makes you want to just submit even more to the sound of my voice and my suggestions. So it just feels so good just taking in a suggestion. Even the more that you take them in, the more that you can feel even more that good, that wonderful, happy, tickly, tingly, prickly feeling on the surface of your mind. It just feels so good just to take in a suggestion, and even more just to take in a command, the awesome, masculine, dominant feeling that you get with each and every single command. Just makes you want to follow and obey that command, just to submit, just to surrender to that awesome pulling, magnetic, drawing feeling from the sound of my voice and my commands. The awesome, wonderful, warm, and masculine, dominant presence of a master. Well, that just feels so good. That just feels so good when having a master to follow and to obey. And the more that you think of it, the better that it feels. The thought of having a master to follow following to obey, believing that word master, and that gives you, just by itself, an even more tickly tingling, even more prickly feeling on the surface of your mind. And that feeling of having such a powerful and dominant alpha male master, to follow and to obey just gives you such a nice, happy, and submissive feeling. But the more that you think of it, the more that you can feel even more of the involuntary, automatic pulling, drawing, magnetizing, feeling the sound of my voice, of the suggestions, of the commands that I give you. It just feels so good. Just following and obeying your master. The more that you just think that you melt down, drip down, drop down into an even more relaxed, even more passive state, an even more passive and even more relaxed state of mind, and a state of body, and the better that it feels, the more that you are also just following and obeying your master just by doing that. And that just makes you feel so good. That just makes you feel so good. And then wonderful waves of blissfulness that just course, that just crash all over you, all into your mind and all over your body. Wonderful waves of blissfulness. Wonderful tickling, tingling, and prickling feelings. All over the surface of your mind. It just feels so good, so nice, so wonderful. And the more that you just take in the sound of my voice, the more that it's just like a kind of magic that just goes right into the airwaves, right into your ears, right into the surface and the forefront of your mind, and then right through as it sweeps up any thoughts inside of your mind. It just feels so good, wonderfully, mind-meltingly pleasant. And the more that you just listen to it, the more that you can feel that magnetic feeling, the more you can feel a power and a dominant and a masculine feeling from each and every single suggestion, each and every single command. It just feels so wonderful and so good that it just makes you want to experience it even more, even further, and just to go even deeper and even faster each and every single time that I take you down. And the more that you drop, the further down, the faster down, and the better and better that it feels. That just feels so good and wonderful. Wonderful feeling the sound of my voice and my presence. That just feels so good. And each and every single word just makes you want to follow and to obey your master even more. And those words, obey your master, and that just gives you such a nice, such a wonderful, happy, and submissive feeling that just goes, and just crashes all over your body, all over your mind. It just feels so good having a master to follow and to obey, to serve, and the more that you just take in that wonderful trickling and prickling and tickling, tingling sound of my voice, the sound of my voice each and every single word that I say, and it's like a drip and drop of a mind-melting happiness, and then it carries it, the awesome and powerful and magnetizing feeling with each and every suggestion, each and every command that your master gives you. And it just feels so good. Then it just makes you want to follow and to obey and just command even more. You don't want to think about any of that at all. You don't need to think about any of that at all. And all you have to do is just to take in, to soak in, and to sink in the sound of my voice. And just to follow and to obey the commands that I give you. The more that you do, the better and better that you feel. The better than you feel. Then the less and less you have to worry. That you have to remember. And then you have to think about anything at all. And you can just relax into such a wonderful sleep like and a nap-like state, and not having to think about anything at all. And the more that you do, and even more that too, and you just want to just submit to the awesome, powerful, superior magnetism, force, dominance, and presence of your master. And it just feels so good just to do that instead, just to submit, just to surrender into such an awesome, powerful, dominant alpha male master instead of thinking about anything at all. You don't have to, you don't want to, you don't need to, you will not. just to slip to drop, to sink down, snap down into that wonderfully relaxed, happy, obedient state of mind instead. And then just to nap, just to sleep. You don't have to remember or worry about any of it at all, as you just take in, soak in the commands that I give you, some of my voice. And all you have to do then is just to come back to a nice, half awake, half asleep state in a little while. I said a little while, and then I'll count you up. And when I do, you'll be in such a nice, happy, mind-altered, submissive feeling of surrender to your master. And a feeling of complete and total surrender to your master. And that's something that just seems to take over your body, that just seems to take over your mind in that moment. A compelling, drawing, pulling, magnetizing desire. And a desire to just want to surrender your mind to your master. And the more that you do, the better and better that you feel. The more that you feel, even more that wonderful, tingly, prickly feeling, that good, nice and happy feeling, the dominant and masculine feeling of each and every command, each and every suggestion I give you. And it just feels so much better. Each and every single word, each and every single command, it feels so much better just to surrender your mind to your master. As the feeling of the weight of your own thoughts, and they just feel so heavy, they are so heavy that you don't want to think about any of it at all. It just feels like holding up a ton of bricks, holding up a boulder, a ton of stones, and the more that you try, the more that you feel the heaviness, the feeling of the heaviness, and building up so much that you can't even hold them up at all. And all that you can do is just to relax, just to sleep as you feel the commands, suggestions, the dominance of your master will take over even more than it does. And listen, you need to think more, you remember about it all. All you have to do, whenever I count you from 1 to 3, is just to leave a comment that says, "Yes, master, I surrender my mind to you, master." You leave a comment that says, "Yes, master, I will surrender my mind to you, master." When you do, feel the wonderful, happy, tickly, tingly, prickly feeling all over again. A wonderful, nice and happy, tickly, tingly feeling when you leave the comment that says, "Yes, master, I surrender my mind to you, master." And then you'll feel a wonderfully happy and awake feeling. A wonderfully happy and awake feeling. And carry back up into the waking world. It will just feel so good as you followed and then you obeyed your master as you leave that comment that says, "Yes, master, I surrender my mind to you, master." That will just feel so good. That will just feel so good, just to submit, to surrender, and to worship your master. And you'll check out Dominicator.com to schedule a session with me to get hypnotized, if you like, and to check out my talents as well. Now then, in a moment, I'm going to count you from 1 to 3, and as I count you from 1 to 3, you'll feel that lifting, rising, floating feeling take over your mind, your hands, your body, and it just takes you back up into the waking world even more with each and every word, with each and every number of my count, beginning with 1, and as you feel lifting, rising, floating feeling, it takes you back up, and 2, coming up even more, further and faster, and just feeling so good as you do. And now 3, eyes open, and wide awake, my dude.